Welcome everyone to the Stelios Young Entrepreneurs in the UK Award. It's a hybrid ceremony, if you like, the new normal. Most of us zooming in from the outside, but we have the winners and some of the representatives of my foundation at London headquarters. This is a new award. It's the first year we're doing it. I think we can start admitting everyone to the Zoom. Again, a very warm welcome to those who've just joined us on Zoom. For the record, this is recorded by us. There's no need for any of the others to record it. And we can start. Tracy, can you please share your screen with the presentation? So again, welcome to the inaugural Stelios Award for Young Entrepreneurs in the UK. It's a new award for my foundation for the UK market. It's a hybrid ceremony, the new normal, if you like. Most of us zooming in. The winners and some of the representatives of my foundation are at our London headquarters at 34 Thurlow Square. So you're going to hear from the winners directly in a few minutes. Next slide, please. As a reminder, I'd like you to remind you that the Stelios Foundation is a registered charity which is funded by donations from the Easy Group, which is my for-profit company, if you like. So, like every entrepreneur, I would not lose the opportunity for self-promotion and tell you more about the Easy family of brands and the business of Easy Group. But rather than me trying to do it with words, we've created this 4-minute video, which I think does a much better job than I can do myself at giving you an overview of the last 30 years. It's been 30 years since I've been working on the Easy brand. And the 4-minute video does a good overview of those 30 years, as well as explain how the donations from Easy Group help fund the charitable work, my giving back to society, if you like, at the end of the video. Tracy, can we show the video?
Stelios believes he can make flying as easy as getting on and off a bus, and almost as cheap. He spent £5 million setting up his own airline, starting with the Scottish routes.
Staff from one rival EasyJet tried to hijack the launch, arriving in their distinctive orange uniforms as customers.
If you think the airline was crazy, listen to this.
Okay.
I believe that the internet is going to take off. More and more people will need to use the internet.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
So you can get it if you really want to. Shine, shine like a star, shining so bright, like the star that you are. Oh, shine into the future, spreading your light wherever you are. Shine, shine your light. Shine, shine your light. Shine, shine your light. Shine, shine your light. Just about them bad. Not just no warrior. Call it a destroyer. You ban, simply the best. Nobody like can touch that. Name first, kiss to say. Nobody like can catch me. Moving like lightning with more energy. Shine, shine your light. Just about them bad. Shine, shine your light. Just about them bad. If I float like a butterfly, the earthling man. Yes, me a jackpot, calling your son. The crowd is roaring. Ian my story. Walking on the field, them are the champions they win. When they say that never make it, I found strength from within. Cause it is there if you seek it. See, you can get it if you really want to. Shine, shine like a star, shining so bright, like the star that you are. Oh, shine into the future, spreading your light wherever you are. Come on and shine, shine like a star, shining so bright, like the star that you are. Oh, shine into the future, spreading your light wherever you are. Oh, shine.
I'm glad we can still hear the round of applause now from the room. Thank you, Tracy. Can we have the next slide? I see 64 participants on video now. So let's go back to giving back to society. Enough about for-profit business. This is a charitable endeavor. Next slide, please. As you've seen from the video, we try to focus close to home, and very much the UK is the place where the brand started. It's where I launched, if you like, the Easy brand in 94, 95. That's why we're trying to help create jobs in the UK economy. Next slide. The winners and my colleagues are actually on the building on the top left of this slide, in 34 Stelios Square in London, a very nice part of London. But we also have offices in Athens, in Greece, in Monaco, and in Cyprus, where my parents come from. Next slide. Some of our work in the UK. Obviously, we don't believe that we have a monopoly on good charitable ideas, so we give donations and grants to a lot of other charities to do their work. And these are some of the logos of the many other UK charities we support. But some of our own projects are, for example, the Leonard Cheshire project, which runs in parallel with these awards, which is for disabled entrepreneurs. Another very inspiring set of winners, if you like, produced by those awards, and they will be launched in the next couple of months. Next slide. Scholarships is a very good way to give back to society. It was one of my first acts of giving back. I went back to my alma mater, where I was educated myself at the London School of Economics and the City University, to actually give scholarships, and we've been doing it for many years now. Next slide. This is some of our work in Greece, as well as the equivalent Young Entrepreneur Awards. We have the Food from the Heart program, which is arguably the most charitable act we perform, because we're giving to those in absolute need of, of enough calories to live another day. We call it Food from the Heart. We give them snacks to people who come to our distribution centers and ask for them, 3 snacks a day. And we currently serve about 150,000 people a month. So there's still a lot of people in difficulty in Greece and Cyprus. And there will always be, I guess. There's always a segment of the population that needs food. Next slide, please. In Cyprus, we do, again, Young Entrepreneur Awards, but also Bicommunal Entrepreneur Awards, which is a particular angle on the island of Cyprus, which, for those of you that might not be familiar, is divided between the Greek Cypriot part and the Turkish Cypriot part. And my job and my hope is that by creating bicommunal ties, we're going to ensure that lasting peace prevails on the island of Cyprus. It's really a confidence building measure between the two communities, so we have lasting peace on the island. Next slide. And last but not least, in case you're wondering what the hell we're doing in Monaco with charity, Monaco is a great place to fundraise. So at least once a year with our sovereign prince here, Prince Albert, we do a fundraiser for the environment, for the WWF. And it's a great place to get some very generous philanthropists to part company with our money for a good cause. And we also give to some other local institutions. Next slide. As you will see from our winners, we have some very socially media aware winners here, but I'm slightly old fashioned here and I try to keep up with my LinkedIn. So try and follow us on LinkedIn and connect with us on LinkedIn, and that's probably our most up-to-date social media presence. Next slide. So a few words about the competition itself. First of all, it's important to say that these are grants. They're not loans, they're not investments. However much it looks or it feels like Dragon's Den, it is not Dragon's Den. This is a outright gift. So the people will win these sums, 150,000 pounds, to invest in their business and grow their business. We have set a couple of criteria. One is to be a startup, and the other is to be young, in other words, to be less than 35 years old. The reason for that is because that sort of combination of being young and starting a business resonates with my own career. Now, arguably, I cheated a little bit because I had a rich father who helped me. So in a way, I'm trying to help people who may not have a rich father here. But there are ways of financing startup businesses nowadays in the UK, especially. So if you don't have a rich father and you're young and you want to start a business, you can find a VC fund, you can find a private equity fund, or you can, compete in one of these prizes, one of these awards. The reason I believe this is helping the economy and hence it's charitable is because I think these are the companies that create new jobs. If you get a young founder that, at the age of, late 20s, to basically, take risk with their own money to try and create jobs. That's how new jobs are created. And I think these winners become great role models as well. So they might inspire other young people to start their own business rather than just get a job in the civil service or something. So I think a lot of economic growth can actually emanate from such awards. Next slide. I forgot to say we received 52 applications. So the choice of 3 was very difficult. But as I always say in these awards, I let the numbers speak for themselves. In other words, we're not trying to be clever or to be judgmental about businesses. We essentially pick the businesses with the best numbers, the best financial performance. So we're going to do it in inverse order. I'm going to reveal the name of the winner, starting with a third prize of £50,000. Then I'll ask them to stand up in the room and receive the check for the photo opportunity. Then they will take a seat at Tracy's seat, where the speaker at Stelios Philanthropic Foundation is, so they can address the audience outside the room as well. And then hand back to me to announce the next winner. So our winner is Charlotte Stavru Nee Williams. Charlotte, are you in the room? Tracy, I think you need to stop sharing for us to see it.
Okay. Yep, there we go.
Charlotte, would you like to say a few words?
Yes. You should just be able to do that for your next slide. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Stelios, for the introduction and for the award. I'm so delighted to be here, and I feel so privileged to have got through to the final three and to win the £50,000. So thank you. I'm Charlotte Stavru. I am the founder of 76 Agency. We're an influencer marketing agency based in London, and we focus on inclusive marketing. So we work essentially with brands and creators or influencers, pairing them together to create impactful campaigns. I've worked in the influencer space personally as an influencer for 14 years and as a influencer agency owner for 5. So this year is a very exciting start to the new financial year. Every year we release a pricing report which talks about influencer pricing, giving guidance to influencers.
May I remind you that you have more slides, so you may have to control
Yes.
them yourself to change the presentation. Yeah. Just to make sure that you're aware of that. Yeah.
Yes. So every year we release a pricing report, which you can see lower left, and we have our new report coming out at the end of this month, which talks around influencer pricing and closing the pay gap for influencers. We work with a whole range of brands, from household names to more startups and obscure brands. And we cover all niches. So if you're ever looking for an influencer marketing agency to either help you work with influencers or even introduce you to what influencer marketing is, because I'm very aware that a lot of people don't fully understand the industry yet, we are the go-to people. With the money, we're going to be investing in the growth of the business. I have a very incredible team based in London, and we work in a small but mighty way. We're a small team of 7, and we really get the most out of what we do. But obviously, being a startup, being bootstrapped, cash flow, especially in our industry, in the influencer space, can always be a bit of a challenge. So this will really help us with stabilizing that. We'll also be investing in developing a really strong sales strategy and training and development for the team. So yeah, that is 76 Agency and myself. And again, thank you so much for the opportunity. I feel very, very privileged to be here.
Charlotte, well done. Can I ask a couple of questions, please? Charlotte, can I ask a couple of questions, please?
Ooh, yes,
Yeah,
script.
How old were you when you started the company?
I started the company when I was 29, which feels for a lot of entrepreneurs in this day and age quite old, considering everyone seems to be starting businesses at the age of 23. So I was really excited to be able to be eligible for this, because a lot of things stop at 30 and I'm 34. So I know that sounds crazy for anyone older than 34, but it's quite significant, that jump between 30 and...
I think 29 is spot on. I mean, I started, my first startup was at 25, but again, with help from my father in shipping. I started working on the Easy brand at the age of 27. And I think in your late 20s, you know enough not to mess it up, but you have no clue how much risk you're taking. That's
exactly right.
Much later, you're not going to take the risk.
Yeah, that's so true.
And I mean, this business couldn't exist 10 years ago, isn't it? Certainly. It's completely new business. Yeah. This is a new economy industry, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think 10 years ago is when it really started. So if I started 10 years ago, I'd be doing very well, but and also would have been a child. But yeah, this is a really good time for the influencer space. The year-on-year growth for the influencer economy is staggering, and it's a really exciting time to be in the space. So I'm really grateful to be here, but also I've worked my whole career in social media and influencer marketing, so I feel very comfortable in this space as well.
Great, well done, thank you.
Thank you.
So let's reveal the second prize winner. Tom Ushakov. Tom, can you please receive your check by Peter Barton, our trustee in the UK, and then come and say a few words?
Let me stop sharing.
Is it on the screen? Not on the screen, the check. No, that's good.
Good. Good, well done. Come and say a few words, Tom, please.
Great. So, hello everyone. Thank you very much for having me. I'm Tom Ushakov. I'm the founder and strategy director at London Pregnancy Clinic. And first of all, I'd like to say on behalf of the team at London Pregnancy Clinic and myself that we're super humbled to be receiving this award and to be able to present in front of you guys alongside some amazing initiatives as well. So a bit about London Pregnancy Clinic. It was born 4 years ago, pun intended. And we basically realized that there was real lack of innovation within women's health and prenatal care. So after talking to my team, we realized that we can really make a difference in the space. And to date, we've helped 3,500 patients, but we know that we're only helping 0.5% of the pregnancy market yearly. So there's 600,000 pregnancies in the UK yearly. And we want to democratize our knowledge that we have built within our clinic walls to everyone and really be able to help all people that need our help, essentially. And I believe we're not just a pregnancy clinic. We've now, the way we're doing it, or the way we want to democratize our care is through digital healthcare. And we're taking a real leap of faith, which I think this prize will help us and democratize our services, essentially.
Tom, would you like to change the slides? Do you want to use the other slides you have? Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah. And yeah, so before I get too excited about the future, let me just take it back to where it started. We welcomed our first patient in April 2020 during lockdown and during the pandemic. So you must imagine how difficult it must have been to be pregnant at that time. We had only one practitioner at that point working part-time. And now we've grown our team to 8. We offer multiple services, including gynecology and fertility. So moving away from only prenatal care. And now we serve 300 patients a month and expanding our current premises. So again, doubling our capacity. But the most exciting thing for us is actually the digital healthcare aspect and our move towards it. We're really excited about the opportunities of artificial intelligence and the screen went blank for 1 second. Sorry about that. And yeah, we're really excited to invest money and time into this industry. And our mission, as I said, we're not just a pregnancy clinic. We've outgrown it. We've become a hub. So our primary goal is still building healthy tomorrows and happy families, but we're also investing a lot of time and effort into training other professionals and accelerating our methodology, the adoption of our methodology within the UK and internationally. We have a great following and a great community on YouTube. We have 20,000 subscribers there, where we teach people about frequently asked questions we get in our clinic, and we're building partnerships with other healthcare startups like Fertility and Doctify. And the thing that culminates and ties all these threads together, I believe, is our pregnancy digital companion. And we're really excited, and I think the prize will really help us to invest and match our ambition to create a product that will be helpful for pregnant women and will make a real difference within their lives and help them be reassured. So we're really thankful for the opportunity, and we can't wait to take you on our journey. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Tom. I have a couple of questions, if I may.
Of course.
I would like to ask you to explain to the audience your relationship with your father, because I had a business relationship with my father as well, and he influenced my career. So can you explain how your father, who is a doctor,
yes, of
has
course,
helped you with this, and how does it work to have a father and son relationship in a business?
So I have a really close relationship with my father. He's an expert in obgyn and fetal medicine. He has 35 years experience, and he constantly came home from work and was telling me about his frustrations with his job, and he really believed and developed a methodology that could really help people. And I've been working with him since I was 14, doing graphics for him and videos for his lectures, and it kind of came naturally that we thought that it will really help people if we open this clinic and through our methodology really push our agenda. And it's worked fantastic. We have amazing feedback from our patients, and we're really excited. And I think that close relationship with my father really helps us to provide the best care possible.
But you didn't want to become a doctor. You wanted to be a businessman.
No.
That's the point.
No, I'm as far away as possible from a doctor. Actually, I trained as an architect, but medicine has been around my family for since I was born. I had an ultrasound machine in my living room, and there's pictures of me playing with it. So it was natural for me.
Great. Well, good luck with the future. Well done.
Thank you so much.
There's probably one more slide, isn't it?
Yeah, but for some reason it's showing on my screen, but not on yours.
You want to stop sharing?
Yeah, I might stop and then start again, just it's
The magic of Zoom. Sometimes people share and then stop sharing. Right, so that was the last slide, and then
last slide. There we go.
And now we have the overall winner. So the first prize winner for £150,000 is Amelia Christie Miller. Amelia, congratulations.
Let me just stop sharing. I'm going to stop sharing so you can see.
Well done, well done.
Thank you. I'm telling Ed to get out of the way, sorry. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Would you like to say a few words, please?
Yep, let's just get back to sharing screen. Oh yes, good idea. Thank you.
So you can see the enthusiasm of a founder in this picture. Isn't that incredible? With a product.
One of our values at Bold Bean Co is to be full of beans, and yeah, I'm certainly full of beans. This is such an incredible opportunity, and yeah, I can't believe we're here amongst such incredible fellow entrepreneurs who have amazing impact-driven brands, and yeah, this is just amazing. So I wanted to share a little bit about Bold Bean Co. I've got a jar of beans, as the image shows as well. These are our Queen Butter beans. We are a brand on a mission to make you obsessed with beans by giving you the very best of beans. This is my amazing team. When you dig into a lot of food system issues, a lot of health issues, all roads lead to beans. They are the world's best food. They naturally fertilize the soil. They're incredibly good for your health, and they're linked to be related to diets of blue zones in the world, which is where people live the longest and the healthiest. And first and last but not least, we're all trying to reduce how much meat we consume, and they're an amazing natural source of protein and fiber. I set up the company when I was 27 during lockdown. You can see there's a little image there of me asking about 400 people on Instagram to vote on what name we should call the business, and we went for Bold Bean Co. And it all started when I was after working for years in the food sustainability space and becoming bean obsessed. I thought, why am I so different to everyone else? And I kind of thought back to when I did an Erasmus exchange in Madrid. And I tried my first ever kind of high quality butter bean. It's the Piepnias variety, which is our queen butter bean. And I was hungover and all I had in the house was a jar of these butter beans. And I ate one straight from the jar and I just couldn't get over how amazing it was. And I realized this was what I needed to bring to the UK consumer and show people just how incredible beans really are. And we've kind of led with a content first strategy. We've got a cookbook, and we've also even won a Grocer Gold, which we're really proud of. And recently I went on Dragon's Den to pitch to the dragons, but I can tell you Sir Stelios is far better than any dragon, really.
And you ask for a percentage of the company.
Exactly. And far kinder in the questioning. No, we've kind of grown. We're now in Sainsbury's, Waitrose, Marks and Spencer, Ocado, and we're slowly but surely converting British people into people who love beans beyond baked beans, which we're really proud of. And we're a really incredible creative team, all very passionate and purpose driven. And, you know, we've obviously only had a few days to really process the news, but already we have some really exciting ideas about what we can do with this. The team have already we've got this whole mind map of really thinking carefully about what long-term brand or value building initiatives that we can do at this point, which is such a luxury because, as everyone knows, you know, particularly in the climate of the last few years, you're so constantly thinking about survival rather than long-term investment, which feels harder to think about, whereas this capital has really freed our thinking around that. And this is just a few ideas that we have on the screen around what we might do with this. But yeah, I just want to say hugely grateful to Stelios and the foundation for this opportunity.
Thank you for your kind words, Amelia. I mean, obviously, another crazy 27-year-old that things can take over the world. So no questions about that. Clearly, you are one of us. But tell the audience about your numbers, because you are the overall winner, and you've achieved financial performance, which I think is very unusual, even today in the UK economy, for companies of that age to get to those numbers. So can you give us turnover, number of customers, you know, how many distributors you have, how many points of sale you have in the UK?
Yeah, so we kind of have. So last year we turned over £2 million, but I think that where our numbers are really exciting and hopefully they impressed you is actually how little we've spent on marketing, and I play that down to the fact that actually what we're trying to create is really connecting with people through the content we're producing and the cookbook. So the cookbook, for example, you know, it was #2 in the Amazon charts, you know, a few weeks ago after Dragon's Den, and we've sold, you know, we've won kind of BBC Food Programme Cookbook of the Year for that. And I think these initiatives, which are very unusual, it's not what a normal FMCG brand does. We're kind of behaving like, we hope, change makers, but also truly purpose driven. And I think that's really just driven our kind of, you know, we haven't spent money on ads and kind of a lot of the classical ways of marketing. Instead, we've invested in, you know, creating valuable tools for people, such as recipes, and whether they use our beans or not, they're engaging with the brand. And I think it's really fueled momentum within the industry. So
do you still call it PR stunts? I mean, is this guerrilla marketing at its best?
It's funny.
I used to do these things when I was, you know, when I was your age, but do you still call them the same thing?
I don't know. I think part of it is just was instinct, some really good advice early doors, and belief that whilst it's not returning on investment immediately, that you know that if you're doing things with, you know, genuine passion and purpose, that actually people will back that over time. And I think we've grown more and more confident in that strategy over the last few years.
And who is your British Airways in your industry? Do you have a big? Yeah. What are the big guys out there?
So the biggest branded competitor is Napolina, which is a canned pulse that's in most major supermarkets. So we're hoping there's a lot of space on that shelf. So we hope to get into all of the supermarkets, and Napolina can just, squeeze down a little bit.
Great. I'm sure you believe that Heinz is in a different category, but Heinz is the biggest name in this space, isn't it?
Yeah, but beans mean bold, and we're gonna change the association of beans in the UK to being bold, not Heinz.
Fantastic. That's what I wanted to hear. So congratulations, well done, and good luck.
Thank you.
So we managed to finish the process in 35 minutes rather than 45. So well done, everybody. We kept it to the point and very interesting. Just a final word. All three winners have achieved something which is very rare in the British economy nowadays. You've achieved numbers that are difficult to find, and therefore you should all be very proud. And I hope that many of the other applicants that didn't make the top 3 this year will continue to apply next year, and we can find the next big business out there to give them the prize next year. Thank you very much. Well done. And enjoy the rest of your afternoon in London. Maybe even have a glass of wine with the beans. Thank you. Bye.
Well done, everyone. I know she thought, should have cut a little bag. I was making a joke.